Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing really well. In this particular session, we'll be getting started with capital budgeting, one of the most important topics in management accounting. In fact, this particular topic is going to be tested later on in your financial management, the ninth paper which you are having. In fact, there are 5 chapters on this particular topic. You're having 5 chapters on this particular topic, and it is going to come also for 20 marks in your financial management exam. And in this examination, you can expect at least minimum 10 marks. In this examination, you can expect minimum 10 marks, and it can go up to 15, 16 marks also. What I mean to say is that you are going to get a 10-mark problem, and also you may get some 2 mark, 1 mark, sorry, 2 mark questions also. So one of the easiest chapters, one of the most interesting chapters, which I would say, is capital budgeting. In fact, I have shared with you another recording also prior to this sessions, which you have already gone through. If not gone through, then you can go through it for sure, and I'll try to explain maximum detail in this particular session. If you look in here, capital investment. Now, when we are going to talk about capital investment and revenue expenditure kind of a stuff, now understand this comes up with the financial accounting topic, which says that any investment which you are making, and that is increasing the value of the asset, or increasing the value of the business, then that is what a capital expenditure.
Expenditure.
And if suppose you are making an expenditure, you're making an investment, which is something which is in reoccurring in nature, what it is reoccurring in nature, then that is a revenue expenditure. So anything which is increasing value of the business, if you are investing or expending there, that amount will be capitalized. That amount will be what? Capitalized. Whereas any amount which is incurred in repairs, maintenance and stuff, what would happen with that amount? That will be taken in as an expenditure and taken to the P&L account, profit and loss account में उसको भेजकर you just expense it for that period. Whereas with anything which is expended on a larger scale or for the improvement of business, that amount is capitalized. Like suppose you can just see many different investment project exist, like replacement of asset, cost reduction scheme, new product service developments, product service expansion, statutory, environmental and welfare proposal. These are kind of capital investments which are there. Now just look into here. Capital expenditure occurred on acquisition of the non-current asset, business not for sale goods, whichever expenditure you're doing, that will be counted for capital expenditure. The alteration or significant improvement of non-current assets for the purpose of increasing their revenue earning capacity. Then capital expenditure is initially shown in the statement of financial position. It is then charged toward the statement of profit and loss account, and then depreciation and all stuff will take into consideration. Whereas here, if you see what it is, revenue expenditure is the expenditure which is incurred in what? Purchases of the assets acquired for conversion into cash, something which is in stock related, something stuff which you have purchased to resale, that will be coming under this revenue expenditure. Now moving forward, capital budgeting and investment appraisal. Now a capital budget, what it is a program of capital expenditure covering several years, includes authorized future projects. In short, what you need to do is nothing but you need to have an investment appraisal method which goes on whether you want to go ahead with that particular capital investment or not. Suppose you have an opportunity in front of you that you can invest so and so amount at so and so place. The question is this viable for you or not? So for that, what you need to do is nothing but go through an investment appraisal process. Now, investment appraisal process, in the sense, in more simple words, if I tell you, you have different investment plans. Which one can be best for you? You need to decide. Now, you're not going to decide on your gut feeling or your qualitative techniques. You are going to decide based on your cash flows, your discounted cash flows. You are going to decide based on what the techniques of analyzing investment appraisal. And what are those techniques? It is NPV, net present value method, IRR, internal rate of return, PI, profitability index, payback period. These are the few of the techniques which we are going to do in this particular chapter. All right, if you just see in here, capital budgeting process, what do? We have forecast capital requirements, identify suitable projects, appraise potential projects, select and approve the best alternative, make capital expenditure. मतलब कि you make a demand that yes, you need capital. Then, sorry, you need capital. Identify suitable projects, what, where and where you can put in. Appraise potential projects, select and approve the best one. Now, cash flows used for investment appraisal. Now, understand this. Cash flows are different from accounting. Cash flows are different from accounting. Revenue is recognized in the statement of profit or loss when it is earned, but it is not necessary when the cash is received. Now, that is with the accounting. But here it is related towards cash. All cash items would be taken into consideration in here, and you would be taking all the relevant cash flows. Now, when we talk about relevant cash flows, it is those cash flows which is going to affect the decision of the business. Those cash flows which are not going to affect the decision of the business which is going to come forward, those cash flows are considered as non-relevant cash flows and would not be taken into consideration at all. So we'll be talking about relevant cash flows itself. Like differential cash flows and nothing but differences in total cost or revenues between two alternatives. Opportunity cost is the important concept in understanding that what is the next best benefit which you are foregoing. And then avoidable cost, these are something which you can avoid it, but still sometimes you just go ahead it, but if you are having a bit better control, then you can easily avoid it. Then sunk cost is the cost which you have already incurred and nowhere it is going to be considered in the decision of the business. Same goes with committed cost and non-cash flow cost also. Committed cost like rents which you have to pay further, that is a committed cost, you will have to pay at any cost. Non-cash flow cost is again those costs which are not cash going out, like depreciation and stuff, non-cash flow items. Are you guys there with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, moving forward, general fixed cost, carry amount of non-current assets. Now, let's just jump into some of the meantime problems. Now, the question is talking about what is the relevant cost. If I just see, okay, yeah, relevant cost is saying here, a company is evaluating a proposed expenditure on an item of equipment that would cost 160,000. The technical feasibility study has been carried out by consultants at a cost of 15,000 into benefits from investing in the equipment. So you have expended how much? 15,000 till now. Then it has been estimated that the equipment would have a life of 4 years and annual profits would be $8,000 after deducting the annual depreciation of 40,000 and annual charge of 25,000 for a share of existing fixed cost of the company will be there. Now the question is, what all costs are going to be relevant cost? Now, for now, I'm just going forward. It is just this: the 15,000 already spent is a sunk cost, whereas 160,000 to be spent on the new equipment is relevant as it is a future cash flow. Depreciation, a portion fixed cost, these all stuff are not so relevant. Why it is not so relevant? Why? Tell me. Why is it not so relevant? Is because either it is non-cash or
Sunk cost.
Sunk, or it is already a committed cost. All right. Now moving forward, I want to go back and see what is I want to find out some time value. Okay, time value is coming in here. I'm leaving this particular, again, relevant cash flow questions for you guys. I'm not going to solve it right now in this particular session, but if you're not able to solve it later, then I'll make sure that I solve it with you. All right. Like the same question which I have not done that test your understanding for in the cash budget test understanding 4, which I have not done it. I have left it for you because I want you guys to practice it more. And once we have time, and which you guys have already tried it out on your end and you were not able to do it, then I'm going to do it. All right, I hope you guys get that. Now we come towards the time value of money. Now understand this simple term. Suppose in your childhood days, if you had 100 rupees in hand, if you had 100 rupees in hand in your childhood days, 100 rupees in hand, and then compare that same 100 rupee right now in your hand, is it having the same value?
No.
No. Which one is having more value? Which 100 rupees is having more value, today or in your childhood days?
Childhood days.
In your childhood days, that 100 rupee was having more value. Why? Because at that time, the value which you would have got with that 100 rupees would have been much more than what it is today. Like suppose in that 100 rupees, you could have gone to a movie theater to watch a movie. 2 people would have gone in your childhood days. Whereas today with this 100 rupees, not even one person can go. That is what the value of money is going down as the time passes by. I hope you guys get that. Now, when the time passes by, how can we put down into these factors is nothing but we come towards a discounting factor. What comes into picture is nothing but a discounting factor. Now, when a discounting factor is coming into consideration here, what do we do in here when a discounting factor is coming into consideration? Is nothing but we take a particular percentage, like suppose 10% it is. So what do we do? 1 divided by 1.1, that is equals to 0.909. Now this is nothing but for year 1. What we do is nothing but we square it. We get what? 0.826. 0.826, then 0.751. We are getting what? Discounting values. Then whatever cash flows we are having, we multiply that cash flows with this particular rates. With this particular rates, we'll be keeping on multiplying cash flows. Now we are going to do it in right now we are going to do it. The time value of money is having the potential of earning interest, either simple, compound, nominal, effective. That's some kind of theory. Now, if you just see in interest, this is just simple interest formula. Now, I hope you guys know what is a simple interest formula at least, right? The interest rate, the number of periods, the initial investment will be equivalent to your future value. Like $100 is invested in an account for 6 months. Interest rate is 10% per annum. What would be the value? Wait, 10% into half. You get the value, you get the return. Are you guys there with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm still searching where is the main question. Now, this is a compound interest question. I'm moving forward. This is again compounding 12%, 6.25% annum. Do you need me to do this problems? I hope that you guys can do this. 100% you guys can do this. 5,000 required in 10 years. Dollar amount is invested in an account earning 5% interest per annum. Calculate the value of dollar X. Now that's a simple what do you call interest rate, simple loan, compound interest rate formulas which you guys can apply. I want to go towards the cash flow methods right now. Yeah, towards this particular discounting, where we calculate the present value. Now, this is something which you guys need to keep into consideration because you are going to get it, in your 10-mark question. Now, if you see assumptions used in discounting, all cash flows occur at the start or end of a year. Initial investments occur at once. Other cash flows start in 1 year's time. Now, normally this is what is said. Initial investment is actually a cash outflow. Okay. And others are cash inflows. Okay. Moving forward, what did I just do right now? Previously, if you just see, what did I do? If I had taken 10% as the interest rate, what did I do? 1 divided by 1.1. That's what it is, right? 1 divided by 1 plus the rate. If the rate is 10%, it is nothing but 0.10. So 1 plus 1, 0.10 is nothing but 1.1. So 1 divided by 1.1 to the power of how many number of years it is, we are going to do it. So now let us just do this. Calculate how much would be invested now in order to have $250 in 8 years time. The account pays 12% interest per annum. Calculate the present value of $25,000 receivable in 6 years time if the rate of interest is 10% per annum. What it is going to be. Now, in this particular problem, or if this question is going to come in your main examination, you have this option in front of you. You can directly go towards the time value table. What you can do, you can directly go towards this particular time value table. Now this present value table. Now what was he asking in the question? What was the page number? 476, I guess was the page number. No, क्या था पेज ना? 426 था शायद. Yes, 426. No, not even 426. Come on, guys, you guys are there with me or not? 430 था पेज नंबर. How much should be invested now in order to have $250 in 8 years time? In 8 years time, we need to have $250, and that account pays 12% per annum. And this calculate the present value of 225,000 receivable in 6 years time if the interest rate is 10%. I'm giving you guys 5 minutes to do this particular problem. तो अभी जैसे मैं आपको ये प्रॉब्लम नंबर 6 एक्सप्लेन करूंगा. अभी देखो $25,000 6 इयर्स टाइम में 10% पे हमको करना है. तो हम इजीली टाइम वैल्यू टेबल पे चले जा सकते हैं ऐसे. जैसे कि टाइम वैल्यू टेबल कौन सा कितना परसेंटेज था वो? 10% था वो. कितने इयर्स पे था वो? 6th ईयर था ना वो.
Yes, sir.
डायरेक्ट 25,000 को 0.564 से मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हैं हम लोग. दैट विल बी द आंसर. बट द क्वेश्चन इज, आप लोग अभी मुझे पूछे ना सर कैलकुलेटर पे कैसा करेंगे हम इसको. अब जैसे ये देखो, अब ये 10% है ना. अब आप लोग कैलकुलेटर खोल लो. 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1 पॉइंट, ये 10% है ना, तो मैं 1 ले रहा हूँ और 1 0 ले लो. सपोज कितना आएगा वैल्यू? 0.909 आया या नहीं?
Yes.
उसके बाद और एक बार इक्वल टू दबाओ. क्या आया? आया या नहीं? कैलकुलेटर पे बताओ.
0.82.
0.826. उसके बाद
Yes, sir.
0. कैलकुलेटर पे
75.
क्या? 751. कैलकुलेटर पे करने आ रहा है ना आप लोग को. अब सपोज
Yes,
वो
sir.
एक 7% अगर है तो क्या करेंगे? 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1.07 कितना हो गया?
0.93.
0.93. और एक डेसिमल, कभी भी 3 डेसिमल बोला करो ताकि थोड़ा प्रॉपर आंसर आए.
873.
0.873 आ रहा है ना. फिर आगे भी आंसर आपको.
जी सर.
That's
0.816.
how you do it on calculator for discounted value. आपको लाना है तो. अगर वही हमको फ्यूचर वैल्यू मालूम करना है तो क्या करते हैं? 1 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 1 पॉइंट, सपोज इट इज 10%, 1.10. फिर यहाँ पे इक्वल टू नहीं दबाना, आप कैलकुलेटर में दबाना क्या? डबल इक्वल टू, डबल इनटू, आपको आंसर आ जाता. फिर इक्वल टू इक्वल टू इक्वल टू इक्वल टू दबाते जाना. आपको वैल्यूज आगे बढ़ते जाते रहते हैं. क्लैरिटी मिल रही है आप लोग को?
Yes, sir.
You guys getting clarity on using this discounting table and present
फ्यूचर
value
के लिए
table?
मल्टीप्लाई करना है ना.
फ्यूचर के लिए मल्टीप्लाई करना है और प्रेजेंट के लिए डिवाइड.
डिविजन.
और ये याद रख लो, अब ये तो बहुत अच्छे से याद रख लो आप लोग, कोई चीज की वैल्यू सपोज 2025 में हमको 2 लाख रुपए मिलने वाले हैं, तो आज हमको उसकी वैल्यू मालूम करना है, मतलब हमको प्रेजेंट वैल्यू मालूम करना है कोई एक फ्यूचर अमाउंट की। और वही अमाउंट सपोज आज आपको वो 2 लाख रुपए दे रहे हैं और बोल रहे हैं कि इसकी वैल्यू 5 साल बाद कितनी होगी, तो यू आर कैलकुलेटिंग फ्यूचर वैल्यू। नाउ फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, अंडरस्टैंड दिस, इन दिस पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर या फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट में मैक्सिमम टाइम्स you will be given estimates of the upcoming years. You would be given what? Estimates of the upcoming year. तो जब आपको estimates दिए जाते अपकमिंग ईयर के, आपको मालूम करना रहता present value. Are you guys there with me?
Yes, sir.
Understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
इसका तो आंसर आ गया ना?
जी.
All right. Now let's move forward. यहाँ पे आई एक चीज कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल। अब ये कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल क्या है, क्यों है? ये डिस्काउंटिंग रेट, कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल, रिक्वायर्ड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न, और एक इसको क्या बोलते हैं, हर्डल रेट। क्या बोलते हैं इसको? हर्डल रेट,
Hurdle rate.
कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल, डिस्काउंट रेट, रिक्वायर्ड रिटर्न। ये सब चीजों को एक ही तरीके से नाम लेते हैं इसका। क्यों लेते हैं इसका? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ये हमेशा आपको मैं एग्जाम्पल दूंगा। सपोज आप कोई एक अमाउंट, जैसे कि 1 लाख रुपए आप लोन पे लेके आए, लोन पे आपको क्या मिला, 1 लाख रुपए मिला, और लोन का परसेंटेज है आपका 12। तो ये लोन मिला आपको 1 लाख रुपए का, परसेंटेज मिला कितना, 12%, जो आपको रीपे करना है। सो दिस 12% इज नथिंग बट द कॉस्ट ऑफ गेटिंग दिस। ये जो 1 लाख रुपए लेके आए आप, ये आपका क्या बना, कैपिटल। सो द कॉस्ट, सो द कॉस्ट ऑफ गेटिंग दिस कैपिटल क्या है, 12%। अब सपोज अगर ये 1 लाख मैं आगे जाके कहीं इन्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं, मैं आगे जाके कहीं इन्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं, तो आई एम हैविंग पर्टिकुलर ऑप्शंस इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी। some place I'm getting at a return of 12, 13%, some place I'm getting 12%, some place I'm getting 11%. Which one will I accept? Which
13.
one? 13. Suppose ये 13 का ऑप्शन चला गया, which one will I accept?
12.
12. क्यों 12? क्योंकि एटलीस्ट मेरा कॉस्ट तो कवर हो रहा है,
Yes, sir.
एटलीस्ट मेरा कॉस्ट तो कवर हो रहा है, एटलीस्ट मेरा जो हर्डल है वो तो पार हो रहा है। The hurdle which I am having, the obstacle which I am having, at least I am crossing that, at least whatever is the required return, so that at least I can pay to the bank, that should be covered up. That's why it is called what? Hurdle rate, required return, discount rate, cost of capital. Is this clear to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Now
Yes, sir.
कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट अप्रेजल, यहाँ है पे बैक पीरियड, नेट प्रेजेंट वैल्यू, इंटरनल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न। सबसे जबरदस्त, मतलब इसके ऊपर बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स आने वाले हैं और बहुत आसानी से कर भी सकते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है। जैसे कि स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं हम पे बैक पीरियड से। पे बैक पीरियड हम क्यों कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे हमको ये मालूम करना है कि इन हाउ मच टाइम, in how much time we will get, in how much time we will get our investment back, in how much time we will get our investment back, in how much time we will get our investment back. That is the concern with this payback period. Now let us just see this, any particular problem in front of us. So an expenditure of 2 million is expected, so cash outflow is what, 2 million is a cash outflow, and is expected to generate net cash inflows of 500,000 each for 7 years. Here we are not having any discounting, but we are having how much? This is going to give us 500,000 each year. So every year I'm going to receive 500,000 for the next how many years? 7 years. At what amount will I receive back? At what date will I receive back my 2 million? When will I receive my 2 million? Hello? When will I receive my 2 million back? Hello? Are you guys there with me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 7.
I've I've invested 2 million here. When will I get that back?
7.
7 years तक तो मुझे हर साल I'm getting cash inflow of 500,000. My question is, when am I reaching to 2 million?
4 years.
4 years. So my payback period will be
4 years.
4 years. That's my answer. That's it. That's what my answer is. Is that
Clear,
clear?
sir.
Clear. Now,
Yes, sir.
a project is involving what? 1.8 million to be invested. Okay. Then cash inflows. Annual cash inflows will be how much? 350,000 every year. When am I going to receive my 1.8 million is the question. Tell me. When am I going to receive it? Batao. Hello, I'm just writing it down. I want you to tell me.
Yes, sir. Once.
5 साल, 4 साल, 6 साल.
5 साल सर.
5 साल में मिल जाएंगे पैसे वापस मुझे?
सर 6 साल में मिल जाने.
5 प्लस थोड़ा और.
5 प्लस
थोड़ा सा टाइम और सर. मतलब
थोड़ा
पूरा
थोड़ा. हाँ. क्या
75 में.
कितना है वो
Kind
थोड़ा
of
सा?
months.
काइंड ऑफ मंथ्स. कितने काइंड ऑफ मंथ्स? अब यहाँ पे आ रहा है आपका दूसरा टाइप ऑफ कैलकुलेशन. ये बहुत बेसिक है, बहुत अच्छे से समझ जाओ अभी ये आप लोग. यहाँ तक कितना अमाउंट हो गया हमारा? 1 2 3 4 5 ईयर्स तक कितना अमाउंट हो गया हम लोग का कवर? बताओ. 5 साल तक कितना अमाउंट कवर हुआ?
1,75,000 something.
समथिंग नहीं यार, एग्जैक्ट बोलो.
1,75,100,000.
750.
1,750,000. Like that,
Okay,
sir.
this much is covered.
Yes, sir.
How much do I need more to make 1.8 million?
Of
50,000 more?
50,000.
50,000. Next year cash flow is how much? 350,000. Out of this 350,000, I need how much? 50,000. So 50,000 divided by 350,000, how much it is? How much it is? Calculate and tell me.
0.142.
0.142. Now this amount is actually out of 100. I need to get to know in how many months I'm going to get it. So I just multiplied by 12. How much is the amount? Tell me.
1.71.
Huh?
1.7.
1.714.
1.714. So I'm going to
Yes.
take 5 years, 1 month, and 7.714 you said, right?
Yes, sir.
So somewhere around 21 to 22 days. 5 years, 1 month, and 22 days it will take me to receive back my 1.8 million. Clear?
Yes, sir.
क्लियर एवरीवन? ये
Yes, sir.
कॉन्सेप्ट समझ आया है? ये 12 क्यों करें हम लोग? हाँ,
जी जी
Yes, sir.
ताकि हमको मंथ में मिले आंसर. Now, in this case, what is happening? We are having uneven cash flows. But we are having uneven cash flows. तो उसमें क्या करते हैं हम लोग? वही सेम फर्स्ट ईयर, सेकेंड ईयर, थर्ड ईयर कितना हो गया अब तक, चलो लास्ट ईयर का जैसे कितना बैलेंस होना है उतना मालूम कर लो. दैट्स व्हाट इट इज इन हियर. अच्छा, ये आंसर भी है, मैं आपको आंसर नहीं बता रहा. फिर वही आंसर मालूम करने के बाद वो तो खाली पे बैक था. अब आया डिस्काउंटेड पे बैक. सेम डिस्काउंटेड पे बैक में क्या करते हैं, आपके ये जो कैश फ्लोज है ना, ये डिस्काउंटेड पे बैक, ये जो कैश फ्लोज है ना, आप ये कैश फ्लोज को आप डिस्काउंट करते. कैसा डिस्काउंट करते? देखे ना अभी हम लोग डिस्काउंटिंग रेट्स कैसा मालूम करें. डिस्काउंटिंग रेट्स कुछ है इधर दिया हुआ परसेंटेज 10%. तो क्या करते हैं हम लोग, इसको 10% पे मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. बोलो.
1 into 1.10.
1 डिवाइडेड बाय डिस्काउंट कर रहे हैं हम लोग. 1 डिवाइडेड
Okay,
बाय
present.
1.1 तो कितना आएगा? वन डिवाइडेड बाय 1.1, उसके वैल्यूज आ जाते हैं 0.9090, 0.826, 0.751, 0.6 समथिंग. वो अमाउंट्स आ गए. वो अमाउंट्स के साथ हमको करना है क्या? मल्टीप्लाई. और फिर आते हैं हम लोग को कैश फ्लोज, डिस्काउंटेड कैश फ्लोज. समझ आ रहा है आप लोग को? मैं
जी.
एक काम करता हूँ. I'll do one thing. I'll pause our session for the day and leave this chapter, means what all we have done till now. Try completing that first. Will that be fine?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
also
sir.
and also try doing the upcoming thing also. है ही क्या upcoming में? NPV है, IRR है, उसके अंदर भी सिर्फ ये डिस्काउंटेड कैश फ्लोज है. तो एक काम करो आप लोग, ये डिस्काउंटेड कैश फ्लोज को थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस कर लो, अगली क्लास में पूरा खत्म कर देंगे हम लोग. फाइन.
Yes, sir.
All right, then I'll see you in the next class.